Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching, because I don't do the touching. But this James Bond revelations, what we've heard about today, cannot be dealt with in just one video. There has to be multiple videos. This is massive. A woman of colour to play James Bond's replacement and be called 007. But there's more to the story if you think about it. There's no more clarification than what I've told you about already. But what, in the next James Bond film, if they kill James Bond off and this woman of colour, who is now 007, will be the next secret agent they'll make films about, run by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. No more James Bond. They kill him off at the end of this movie, and this woman of colour is then the new secret agent. Would you be watching this? Would you continue watching these 007 type movies? There's no question about it that Phoebe Waller-Bridge fans would. Fleabag fans would watch it. Killing Eve fans would watch it. But would that be enough to sustain a franchise? It would be very, very interesting. Now, if you're not going to be happy, if that's the plan, and I do suspect that that is the plan, you can't watch Bond 25. You can't. You've got to vote with your wallet. You've got to show them. You've got to make sure it's a flop, because if that is the plan, it's absolutely despicable. They want to wipe out another iconic male hero, and they're going to keep on doing this. They're going to do it with every single character. They're developing a Supergirl film. No Superman film in sight. It goes on and it goes on and it goes on. And the extreme left are going to carry on wiping out every male character and replacing them with females. This is what they're going to do. And they're not going to stop. And the more you keep on watching these films, the more they're going to be able to sustain this dialogue and this course of action. And while I was doing the other video, I didn't fall in. But this actually makes sense. She's already 007. You don't need, and this is perfect. If you want to replace, if you want to replace these movies from a male to a female, you retire James Bond off, you kill him off, or whatever you're going to do. Then you've got this female actress who's also a woman of colour, say ticks all the boxes right, and all of a sudden you wipe James Bond out and you ain't got him anymore. You would be outraged, wouldn't you? You would be, as James Bond fans. I would be. But there's nothing we can do to stop them or change their minds. There's only one way to stop them and make sure that this film is an absolutely catastrophic disaster, because they can't be allowed to keep on doing this. It is absolutely not right. You can't. And I mean, the more I think about this, the more it makes sense that she's not just going to step down as 007 at the end of the film and Bond gets his role back. The truth of the matter is, Daniel Craig could be the final James Bond. And now I suspect that maybe it wasn't Daniel Craig who went and brought in Phoebe Waller-Bridge to tidy up the script. No. In fact, I was dead wrong about Barbara Broccoli. They purposely brought in Phoebe Waller-Bridge to kind of lead the new era of these films. And I can't call them Bond movies anymore. We've got to call them 007 movies, because literally it looks like they're planning on killing Bond off and replacing his character with this new female character, right? This is what it looks like is going to happen, right? And I mean, you can comment down below and let me know what you think. But the best way to stop this is not to give them any money. Don't let them delete James Bond. Don't let them delete this iconic hero, right? They want to wipe out all men from lead roles. And this isn't representation. This is revenge, because representation and equality means that men will still have roles and women would have more roles as well. It'd be half and half. That's not what this is about. This is revenge from the extreme left, from these feminists like Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and she is bloody talented, but at the end of the day, she wants to wipe out all male leads. Then she's part of the problem, not the solution, isn't she? And this is what these people are trying to do. And I mean, thinking about it now, it's quite clever what they're doing. Kill off Bond at the end of the movie, have this new female as the new 007. It's the way you do it. I never knew how they could have a female in that role before, but if you wanted to do it, this is a perfect way. So Phoebe Waller-Bridge has certainly been clever about how she's doing it, but deleting James Bond, replacing him with a female isn't right. That's not how you create representation. That's not how you create equality. All you're doing, you're rubbing one gender out and you're replacing all the male characters with females. And the only way, as I say, we can stop this is just don't go. Don't go to see the films. Vote with your wallet.